This video will cover the installation and removal of industrial protective film, or IPF, from 3M. It will cover the techniques and materials needed for successful installation, as well as methods for removing film that has been installed. This section covers proper installation methods. Tools needed for installation include 3M hand applicator wipes, two 16 fluid ounce spray bottles, lint-free paper towels or clean rags, a rubber-tipped squeegee, scissors or a utility knife, and masking tape. Solutions needed include Johnson's baby shampoo, a source of clean tap water, 3M glass cleaner, and 70% isopropyl alcohol and 30% water. Use caution when using solutions and follow the manufacturer's precautions and directions. 3M suggests using a two-solution application method for optimal appearance and results. To begin, prepare the alcohol solution. Isopropyl alcohol can be purchased in a concentration of 70% alcohol, 30% water. If this cannot be obtained, you can measure and mix it yourself. First, label one 16-ounce spray bottle with the words alcohol solution. Fill the 16-ounce spray bottle with 70% isopropyl alcohol solution and 30% clean water. Then prepare the soap solution. Label the second 16-ounce spray bottle with the words soap solution. Fill the bottle with clean water and add 4 drops, or 0.6 milliliters, of Johnson's baby shampoo. The soap is added last to prevent foaming. Tip the bottle back and forth a few times to mix the soap into the water. The soap solution will be used during installation to allow the film to be moved on the surface for accurate positioning, and also to lubricate the squeegee in a process discussed later on. The next step is surface preparation. Proper surface preparation is critical to successful adhesion of protective film. First, apply 3M glass cleaner to the surface. If necessary, use a rigid scraper to remove any particulate on the surface. The protective film will form a tent over any particles left on the surface, which will be visible. Wipe the surface with a lint-free paper towel. Pay special attention to the edges where dirt may collect. Apply the alcohol solution to the surface using a spray bottle. Then use a rubber-tipped squeegee to dry the surface. This is the preferred drying method, as it will not leave behind lint or paper particles, as may happen with a cloth. Next, we'll prepare the film for application. The film should be cut to size and readily available for application immediately after cleaning to reduce the chance of debris collecting on the surface before installation. The film can be trimmed with scissors or a sharp razor knife. In some applications, the film is precisely pre-cut to size by a die-cutting process. It is suggested that the surface temperature and ambient air temperature are both between 55 and 90 degrees Fahrenheit, 13 and 32 degrees Celsius. The surface should not be in direct sunlight, and if outdoors, winds should be below 5 miles per hour. For best results, wash your hands thoroughly before application to avoid film contamination, such as fingerprints, which are difficult to remove. To install the film, remove the protective paper liner to expose the adhesive. If you have difficulty removing the liner, a small piece of masking tape can be attached to both sides at the corner to help peel it up. Spray the surface and adhesive side of the film with soap solution. This will allow you to accurately position the film. Also, use the solution on your fingers to avoid sticking while positioning. Once in place, you can begin the squeegee process. Continually reapply the soap solution as needed during the application process. The top surface of the film should be wet with soap solution throughout the installation process, so the squeegee can glide across the surface without damaging the film. There are 2 different squeegee strokes for the application of 3M industrial protective film. The pull stroke is the most common, and used to remove the bulk of the solution from between the surface and the film. The pushing stroke is sometimes referred to as knifing the squeegee. This stroke is used when additional direct force is required. The pushing squeegee stroke is most often used to compress film fingers and to remove bubbles. Other locations that could benefit from the pushing stroke are concave and confined areas, as well as edges. Be sure to overlap all strokes so no solution is left between the film and the surface. After all the solution has been squeegeed out, dry the surface with a dry, clean cloth and inspect for bubbles. If there are bubbles, use quick squeegee pushing strokes toward the nearest edge that has not been tacked down. Next, we'll demonstrate how to apply the film to a curved surface. Follow the surface preparation and film preparation procedures as was previously shown for applying film to a flat surface. Starting with a surface that has been sprayed with soap solution, position the film on the curved surface by choosing a starting point at one end. Line up the pre-cut film piece and center it across the entire surface, allowing the film on the curved end to drape over the curve. Squeegee one side of the curvature first, following the same squeegee procedures as previously shown. Once one side is tacked in place, wet your fingers with soap solution and lift up the end of the film that is draped over the curve. Fold the film back on itself and re-wet the surface and the adhesive side of the film. Using the palm of one hand, reapply the lifted film to the surface by rubbing your palm over the film on the curve, being sure to get good contact of the protective film around the curve. Finish adhering the remaining piece of film using the blue tape wipe squeegee. If linear film pockets or film fingers have formed at the edge of the film where the film has not been adhered, spray the inside of the fingers with soap solution and re-squeegee to push out any remaining solution. Wipe the film with a clean, dry cloth to get a clear view of the applied film. If any water pockets or bubbles are visible, re-wet the film and your fingers and re-squeegee. If you're not able to squeegee out the pockets or bubbles, the film can be lifted and reapplied within 5 minutes of application. Be sure to re-wet the film and your fingers before you lift the portion of the film that has bubbles, followed by re-wetting the surface. Do not wash or disturb the film on the surface for 24 hours to allow for maximum bond. This section covers the removal of 3M industrial protective film. 3M industrial protective films can be removed at any time if desired. Tools needed for removal include a wallpaper steamer, hair dryer or heat gun, 3M general purpose adhesive cleaner, or 3M citrus-based cleaner. To remove, lift a corner of the film and remove with a pulling action using a 30 to 90 degree angle. The use of steam softens the film while allowing the adhesive to remain attached to the film, which requires less adhesive cleanup. To use the steam method, run the steamer over the face of the film, steaming through the backing of the film, followed immediately by peeling the film up from the surface, starting at one end. Use caution when steaming, as hot steam can burn skin. Be sure not to steam the adhesive side of the film at the peel point, as this may cause the adhesive to separate from the backing and leave a residue on the surface. A heat gun or hair dryer can also be used. This method, however, splits the adhesive, leaving sticky adhesive on both the surface and film, requiring more cleanup. Some film may be more difficult to remove due to age or cold temperatures. For those cases, it may be necessary to use a wallpaper or clothes steamer, which are readily available at local retail outlets. Any adhesive left on the surface can be cleaned up with 3M General Purpose Adhesive Cleaner or 3M Natural Citrus Cleaner. Follow the instructions for proper use.